Hello everyone, it's Irina here. So yesterday I could say like I was extremely sad with the stream. Because I streamed it and then I was thinking about should I put the videos of the gameplays, showing the demos for these two games or not. I was kind of like considering should I or not. I don't know. Well, because the first one, the Fates Masquerade, it was kind of like just getting into bad ends, and I was like, okay, so apparently you need to go on a straight line here, otherwise you're not getting anywhere. And the second one, I liked it, but I felt like it was 30 minutes or something where you could see a bit of one's route and the other's route. It was just like kind of like, okay, hello, I am here, and that's it. I liked it, but it was very like, it needed, as a demo, it needed quite a lot more to actually motivate people to come back and actually acquire the game. I kind of felt that like it was very lacking, because I have like, I think like I have another one which is like 30 minutes too, but I felt like that one was a lot more like, okay, let's just show the characters that we have in here and maybe like give an idea of the setup, and the Heartstop tour, it was like 20 to 30 minutes. It was 20 to 30 minutes. It was just like, okay, I'm a tourist in here, can you help me, kind of thing, and that's it. And I was like, and then you had like the other one, which was like a cosplay player, whatever, and I felt like it was nothing. I really enjoyed that one, but it felt like it was nothing. Like, okay, so I started thinking like, what am I going to do? Am I going to, I don't know, put these ones on YouTube or not? Am I going to leave it like that? Because I saw that there are other people that actually have the playthrough of these two games with a lot more content. So I don't know. I'm kind of like, yeah, maybe I'll put and I'll just leave a warning in there or something saying that it's not finished or it's just really short or something like that. I don't know. So today I am going to bring you like another demo of a visual novel, which is like SIGILLVM Resonance. And I think the native language for this one is Russian. Because this has like English, Russian, and simplified Chinese. And the developer is Levistok, which kind of feels like it's probably Russian. I don't know. And I actually played just a tiny bit of this one. And you also have bad endings during the demo. Yes, you do. After like, I don't know, 40 minutes of it, I got a bad ending with it. Yeah, so this is another one of those. And what you have about this game is like, Asra Diwal is a masterful evader who steers clear of all responsibility. But problems always turn out to be much faster than she is. In an effort to secure an easy and careful life as Inspector Quar's servant, I think it's Quar's, sorry. She is unwittingly forced to carry out an investigation and save her own life. The city of Devas is full of dark wonders and mysterious creatures, and its past is eager to bring back memories of itself. But as you push forward in the relentless search for secrets, you may stumble upon a spark of love and pass it by. Yeah, I do not remember if the English in here was very good. Yeah, I do not know. So we might end up finding like some situations, probably. I don't remember. So you have like 3 love interests, and I think this is like, I don't remember if this is LGBT okay, or if it's just Otome one. Let me check. Yeah, I think it's just the pure Otome kind of like one. Yeah, that's it. So let's see it, because I don't actually remember. Oh, let me just say it. Yeah, it's not completely out. That's the thing. I was like, is this one completely out? No, it's not. Okay, yeah, it's to be announced. Words with this effect are interactive. Oh, this is in an outer state. Wait. Okay. So, signs of sympathy. This is probably like to tell us when we are getting into a love's interest situation. Rejoice, OCD. For the long night is upon us, and the gates of blessed SIGILLVM shall open once more. Okay, long night. For 2 weeks each year, the city sinks into darkness, and the once subtle song of the SIGILLVM tower turns into a piercing wail that gnaws at every nerve and every thought. Life in the city comes to an halt as the harmonauts soothe the tower, performing their quiet work. These preparations lead to the festival on the final night, and someday, with that festival, the choir, I think it's choir in here, choir, right? Yeah, will return. The one awaited for a century. Yeah, I always have like this thing, I told you already, with when you put like the C and the H, because sometimes you read it as a K, sometimes you read it as a sh kind of thing. I always get like, is it one of those situations or not? Yeah, I always have like these issues with pronunciation. Because I know the meaning of the words, I just don't know how to say them. And you might feel like, how is that possible? Well, the thing is, like, I already heard it, but it never internalized on me. Do you understand? So this happens. It's like, you know the word, you already heard it, but it never got into you. So every time you're going to read it, you know the meaning, but you don't know the exact pronunciation of it. Yeah, that's how it works. Surrender to the alluring dreams of its depths. Embrace the pleasures that will melt away the shackles of your soul. Do you suffer from loneliness? Does imperfection torment you, or has your formed passion faded? The SIGILLVM will drink your pain dry. So, the SIGILLVM, the greatest creation of the Quar. The tower is rightfully considered the pillar of existence for the city of Devas. Its walls remember every soul, and its song serves as a guiding star in the dead darkness of the skies. When this song falters, life itself will end. The tower is divided into parts. The upper part spans from the visible foundation to the spire. Here lie grand halls and countless pleasures for every guest. The lower part descends into shadowy depths. Beneath the foundation, space bends to its own laws, constantly reshaping into endless labyrinths. Only the core master of the labyrinth, the trusted harmonauts, and the inspector may venture there. Like, I think the other time that I played this, I felt like it's not that I don't think the translation is bad. It's just that I'm not actually getting the meaning behind the sentences in here. Like, I think I felt that, and I'm still feeling that. It's just like, we do have like other words in here, no? Okay. Quar. For the Devas, he's a god. For humans, an old tale of a savior. For all, he is a lonely wanderer in the dark who once wished for a home filled with life. The Devas are his perfect creations, the humans his beloved guests. It's just what? By nature, they are Devas, the Harmonauts. Okay, but they find their true purpose only by devoting body and soul to the Quar and the city. They are his voice, his hands, and his will. Their duty is to preserve order and harmony, to lay the dead to rest, heal the sick, repair, and rebuild the city. Harmonauts are found in every quarter, on every street. Each has a craft honed by years, a station, and a solemn duty. Capella, an organization with many branches, yet above all, it is a temple. Here, anyone may find rest and aid, and here begins the path of every Harmonaut. So this harmony, when the mechanisms of the Sigillum Tower fail, it affects every resident of the city. The mind begins to falter, overcome by visions, delusions, false memories. The body weakens, undermined by trembling limbs, bloody sweat, relentless exhaustion. In the worst case, a quiet death follows. Harmonauts call this phenomenon disharmony. Humans and Devas whisper other names, the wail or the whisper. Is this kind of like Ghost in the Machine kind of thing? I don't know. Feels like, right? Okay, we already saw that one. Chimera. Something that should not exist. Harmonauts call anything that defies their understanding of the world a chimera. See, like the CH, and you do not say chimera, you say chimera. Like, I never understand when you say it in one way or when you say it on another way. So, you know, for natives, it's like you just say it in the way that you know that you must say it. For a person that is not a native, for us, it's just like it's a mess. You know, sometimes it's like it's a mess. We do not know how to say it. You have no idea. Like, it's so hot in here right now. You probably heard that Europe is having like this heat wave. It's 7 a.m. and it's already 25 degrees Celsius. For you in America, if you are in America, it's 75 Fahrenheit. Yeah, and it's supposed to go to 80 today, along today, because it's, you know, it's 7 in the morning. Along the day, it's supposed to go to 85 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, it's very, very hot in here right now. So I'm like sweating already. The Quar himself will hear your cries. So, Asra, what is this nonsense? Hemming, I kind of like it. Is this an ad for the Sacred Sigillum Tower or for a brodel? I'll be sure to ask the Harmonauts that we already saw that one. I'll be sure to ask the Harmonauts that. Think they'll burst with shame or outrage? A wave of irritation hit me as the ache in my body worsened, a subtle pain spreading from the back of my head to my lower back. The closer to the tower, the worse it gets. Who are they even trying to lure with that trash? No one's getting in there without the Capella's permission anyway. There are plenty of reasons for that. Many believe the Quar will return this time, a nice round number date, 100 years. I love to get a look at my god, you know. What's this I hear? Showing interest in work? Maybe even starting to question your past? As long as I work for the Quar's inspector, I don't have to worry about the future, let alone the past. If it doesn't come knocking, there's no reason to chase it. doubt there was anything warm and fuzzy waiting there anyway. Let me just check something. It's just like, okay. Okay, are we supposed to? We are supposed to be the person on the right, is that? Okay, trying to understand. I kept silent and a quiet laugh followed. I had the pleasure of meeting the Devas yesterday. They didn't let me get a good look at their hairs. She's the quiet type. This conversation was starting to evoke unease in me. The last thing I wanted was to think about another being who looked exactly like me. Hemming described her appearance in detail, but it's easier not to think about it and never look for photos. Okay, I don't know if it's hemming. The thing is, I think this is Russian, and they open the vowels like we do, so it's probably hemming. Okay, I'm like, it's probably hemming. If this is like a Russian VN, which I think it is, they open the vowels like us. That's why I'm opening, okay? It's easier not to think about it and never look for photos. Same face, but a completely different person, although she got the better deal on weight. Pity I didn't get to hear her voice. Seriously, what else did she get lucky with? Her chest, her manners? Don't hold back, I'm all ears. A stifled laugh followed. Hemming definitely enjoyed getting on my nerves. When he's in a good mood, he ruins everyone else's. Good thing I set up the comlink. Nice to hear real speech again. The Harmonaut's wailing drives me insane. The comlink. A portable communication device, okay. It's only been a week, you miss me already? Don't you? His voice shifted oddly, the playfulness and lightness vanished. Okay, I need to keep saving on this one because yes, you might get into bad endings. I don't remember if I put it. Okay, let's put it high. Terribly, can't sleep, just keep thinking about your creaky knees. A brief silence hung in the air. I thought my words caught him off guard, but a few seconds later he burst out laughing again. The Harmonauts did a fine job. No more creaking, you can sit safely. But jumping, I wouldn't recommend it. I choked on air, shame burning the back of my neck. Are you drunk? You're the only one who gets flustered by my clumsy flirting. It'll be stupid not to take advantage. So that's flirting? Don't you have any shame? I'm your servant. Try that charm on the tail, silent one, instead. Another laugh in response. Swallowing my indignation, I tried to steer the conversation back on track. A week left until the celebration. While the SIGILLVM is being prepared, my whole body aches, and with each day, the discomfort only grows stronger. I think I read this one. Okay, I clicked it, but nothing happened. I think we read that one. Yeah. Any news in the city? Same old. Life has ground to a standstill. Humans can't endure the tower's wail. Devas are hiding away in houses far from the center. Oh, and Pampukshka being difficult again. Doesn't like the food. It's like a Russian word. Actually, name. So Devas, they believe they were shaped by the. Oh, I think I read this one too. I don't know. They believe they were shaped by the core from the ashes of extinguished stars. They live stretch far beyond human years, and their wings are a pale echo of an ancient grace and long lost flight. No, I didn't. I actually didn't. Like I have like I feel like it's not that the translation is bad. I just feel like I'm not grasping the things in here, although they are trying to give us the explanation, and I'm just like, what? Like, what's going on here? Again, all right, buy her something new. Some shops might still be open. One day she'll decide I'm her next meal. Angry, squeaky voices sounded in the background. Anything else I should know? So I think we are reporting to this guy, right? Getting chewed out? What? No, the Harmonauts just get nervous when I need a few minutes of silence. If not for that damn doll, you wouldn't be stuck in the tower until the celebration. The doll. Yeah, okay. It's a ionic doll. When others can hear us, try to show some respect. Yeah, so I actually got a bad ending with a doll in here. Maybe it's this one they are talking about. An eternal, one-of-a-kind vessel crafted by the Quar specifically for the inspector. Yeah, it was probably this one. A body shielding the seed of what was once an ordinary human from both time and death. Like, sometimes I have, like, difficulty understanding the scientific ones because it's science fiction ones. That's what I was to say. It's science fiction because it's like they talk about stuff that I'm like, what? You know, they are on their own universe, and you're like, what is going on? And you're like, what? Easier not to talk when others are around. Capella servants react far too sharply to simple words. Which is like the Harmonauts. Okay. A dusty haze veiled the skyscrapers. A strained laugh turning into a wheeze echoed from below. Having fun? I hear laughter. Waiting for your Harmonaut, we agreed to meet in the city. Void wanted to talk in private in a secluded, scenic spot to my liking. The seclusion and scenery are debatable, but the view of the SIGILLVM tower should appeal to him. Every Harmonaut belongs to the Capella. This one serves you specifically. Why didn't you introduce us earlier? You can't even get along with my cat. What kind of excuse is that? I can be polite and agreeable. Don't get too frank with him. Listen, but avoid answering personal questions. Will he even ask any? What's a Harmonaut care about the inspector's servant? I warned you. All I've had to do so far is take care of the cat and Hammond's own appearance. Doubt a Harmonaut is interested in that. And stay at my place until the end of the long night. Pampushka needs company. Okay, so it's the cat. The name of the cat. Pampushka. Okay. What? I'm not sleeping under the same roof as your cat. It's not up for discussion. He went silent, and I heard an unpleasant crackle and muffled voices. They sound alarmed. Something's up in the tower? If Void tells you anything interesting, contact me. The connection cut off. I turned the comlink off and pocketed it. Whatever good mood I had left evaporated. Capella's servant would be here any minute. I have to watch my tongue around him. No sarcasm, no familiarity, no jokes, no extra words. Okay, 7:30. Sorry, give me just 1 minute. Okay, no. That's it. Okay. Sighing, I adjusted my jacket and tightened my tie. Spotting oily smears on my elbow, I winced, noticing the grimy window frame. Perfect, I've been leaning on it the whole time I was talking to Hemming. The city's hum drowned out the hiss of the door and the sound of approaching footsteps. Asra Diwal. I think it's better if I say it more like in a Russian way. Yeah, Asra Diwal. Startled, I turned, trying to hide my stained sleeves with my hands. Good day, sir. Just void. I should warn you, I'm not used to these kinds of meetings, formalities and such. He smiled with a hint of condescension and looked out over the city. The spire of the SIGILLVM tower caught the light. First time seeing a harmonaut this close. Not at all how I imagined one. My gaze lingered on his figure, accentuated by the bright uniform. Yeah, that orange is like very contrasting. Where's the mask, the robe? Why is he like this? I forced myself to look away from his clothes and focused on his face. He looks like one of the Quar's frescoes. Do harmonauts alter themselves on purpose to resemble him? We haven't had the chance to meet in person. I nodded, wary of saying too much. Is everything all right? I nodded again, fixing my gaze on his sharp, pale ear. Don't worry about etiquette. I've worked with Hemming long enough to be tolerant of most things. You asked for a private meeting. Is there something the inspector needs to know? Correct, though I've been trying to see you for quite some time. I'm just a servant. Servants are plentiful. Most come and go more often than the sun rises over the city. Is that a compliment or an insult? He touched his... sorry. I just need a bit. He touched his earpiece and casually rubbed his ear. A shiver ran through his shoulder. A metallic tang briefly filled the air before fading. Last night I met one of the patrons. He's either a witness or a victim. The inspector has to know, but he's already in the SIGILLVM and refused to maintain contact with me, unlike you. Of course he refused. Those meetings with the protectorship and the Capella's complicated questions never end. At least inside the SIGILLVM, they won't pester him with constant requests. So the other guy went to the tower. And there is like some important things that need to be said, and Void cannot contact him because he's in the tower. And since she is like a servant of Hemming, he's passing the information to her. Is that it? Okay, I'm trying to follow in here. Okay, so protectorship. The three great Devas dynasties, Amalur, Hallow, and Diwal. Yeah, makes more sense if I say Diwal. Form the city's triumvirate. Every Deva born into these lines carries the title of patron. They are the social and economic backbone of the city. Their highest duty is the prosperity of humankind. They watch closely as fleeting human lives burn and their lineages fade away. What happened? I'll let you see for yourself. Perhaps you'll notice something that escaped me. He stepped closer, leaning down so our eyes were level. Words are enough. It's a one-way contact, don't worry. He pointed to his ear. I disabled the block. The resonance will only touch the necessary memories. You know how to handle it since you serve Hemming, right? Or is there like some kind of process of transferring information through that thing? I don't know. Resonance, the subtlest harmony that shines through the rare Devas of the protectorship, allowing them to hear the heartbeat of the city, to feel another's pain as their own, to end conflict with a single glance. But this gift can become a curse for those unable to tame it. It's so complicated for me, like what? Hemming didn't tell him I'm human. Now I get why he's so tolerant. Oh, okay. Okay. I stepped back. Void immediately straightened, towering over me. There's been a misunderstanding. I am human. His gaze dropped to my neck, studying the scar. Yeah, we do have a scar in there. I can imagine his shock, confusing a Deva and a human, disgraceful for one of Capella's servants. Void nodded doubtfully and stepped back. Strange, this is the first time I've made such a mistake. You're not the first, don't take it personally. Do you have implants? I hear a hum. Yes, a blocker, too many curious eyes and ears around the inspector. It sounds odd. When was the last time you were in the Capella? I didn't have the time to answer. A young man stepped out onto the balcony. Noticing my gaze, he narrowed his eyes with suspicion. Who is this? We were supposed to meet alone. This is a private meeting, Ista. Which part of that did you not understand? Get back to the car. The young man stepped forward, ignoring Void. His gaze sharp, scanning, slid over me, sending a shiver down my spine. My eye twitched, and I hastily covered my face with my hand. A patron. Oh. Yeah, okay. And judging by the feeling, one with resonance, like needles stirring under the skin. Ista's eyes drifted away from me, scanning the balcony with a look of mild contempt. Where's the inspector's servant? It's me? That's her. Suppressing my irritation, I bowed. Ista stepped closer. Hold on, Diwal? Are you out of your mind? She's the last person who should know about the problem. Void glanced quickly at me, then at the young man. Some personal history? She's a Deva and a daughter of the protectorship. You're mistaken, though I made the same error. The lady is human and, more importantly, the inspector's servant. When I lowered my gaze, I noticed the stained hem of my trousers. The cheap fabric on my shoes was marred with the chemicals from the lower sector streets. They were already eating away at the soles. A patron, of course. With this, he insulted the entire aristocratic circle of the city. If the surname bothers you, it's the inspector's tasteless joke. He still tilted his head as if surprised by the sound of my voice. Have you gone blind and deaf, Harmonaut? She's not human. I made it clear that no patron should know about what happened. Void gave a sour smile. I'm not going to explain myself to someone who interrupts other people's conversation and doesn't bother to introduce himself. I don't know who you're trying to fool or what, Diwal, but if your lie bears fruit, the inspector will answer with his head. Watch your tongue, boy. I won't allow even a hint of threat towards the creation of the core. Situation is getting tense in here. Okay. Now I understand why Hemming avoids patrons like the plague. Every meeting must feel like an execution to him. Easter sighed in irritation and condescending smile on his face. I didn't mean to offend anyone. I'm sure you had your reasons to leave your family and become a servant. No way that girl looks so much like me. Does he know her personally? That girl. None of us wants trouble with a powerful dynasty. I looked over his clothes but noticed no distinguished marks. Noble Devas rarely pass up a chance to flaunt their status. One glance and he recognized me as a Diwal, likely a scion of some dynasty himself. What is a Deva of such standing doing here? A ringing filled my ears, my heartbeat pounding unevenly against my temples. Damn it, even with the blocker on, I can feel him radiating. Patron, you'll better calm down, otherwise you'll witness a rather unpleasant scene. To prove my point, I covered my mouth with my hand. Easter blinked in surprise and hastily stepped back. Will I hear the reason for this meeting today, or are we waiting for someone else? I had an unexpected encounter with a doll surprisingly similar to the inspector in my bedroom. Oh, okay. What nonsense is this? There's only one Ionic doll and it's in the SIGILLVM right now. Did Hemming leave the tower? So maybe that was the doll that I encountered. You will see it. Because I don't remember anymore. I know I had a bad ending with a doll. I don't remember anymore. I need to see it. I hope that's a joke. If it is, it's a poor one. I contacted the inspector several times for personal reasons, but received no answer. So I turned it to the Capella, and then after what happened, to Void. He looked at the Harmonaut as if asking for permission to continue. What kind of personal reasons involve reaching out to the Quar's inspector and the Capella? Go on, I'm curious to hear how you explain this. Easter stubbornly stayed silent. Are you sure it was an Ionic doll and not something similar? And, pardon me, in my bedroom? Mechanisms available to wealthy Devas and humans alike, often clumsy, often useless, they cannot be trusted with delicate work. Then why would you get them? Right? Okay. Yeah. That's right, in my bedroom. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, there is like some issue with translating in here, isn't there? Because, like, she was like, in my bedroom, and now Easter is saying, yeah, in my bedroom. So, there is. Maybe that's why I'm kind of like, because sometimes I feel like I'm not following the things in here. Do you understand? So I'm like, maybe there are some issues with translation here. It may be passable, but yeah, I don't know. That's it. So it was in his bedroom, right? Not her bedroom. What the heck's going on? It wasn't a toy. I respect myself too much to drag such things into my bed, so spare me the insulting insinuations. How defensive. I hadn't even thought of that. I wouldn't have requested a meeting if it were merely a plaything for someone's pleasure. Damn it, anything concerning the doll should be Hemming's responsibility alone. When did this happen? Last night? The inspector's been in the tower for a week. Is the patron mistaken or lying on purpose? But Void seems convinced this Ionic doll was real. I glanced at Void, gauging his reaction. He was thoughtfully examining my clothing. At least I'm certain Hemming's fine. Where's this doll now? I need to prepare a report before contacting the inspector. About that, there's an issue. It vanished. Are they kidding me? Maybe Hemming sent them both to test how diligently I work. Believe me, lady, I realize how absurd this sounds. However, the doll vanished without a trace and once I calmed down. What do you mean, calm it down? The young man panicking. The young man panicked. Okay, the young man panicked. Resonance, even an unstable one, can disrupt machinery and harm living beings. Yeah, this is like very science fic, and then I'm like, I don't know. It feels very much like the ghost in the machine kind of thing, you know, like, I don't know. To be honest, for a moment, then there is like some issues with translation in here for what I've been feeling. So it seems like it's very interesting, but at the same time, it's complicated to actually get at all of the meanings and all of the things that are going in here, though. To be honest, for a moment I feared I had killed the inspector. But I'll be shocked if you manage to singe so much as a hair on an ionic doll. My mind went blank. Everything I heard sounded like utter nonsense. Yes, like a lot of things in here are sounding like utter nonsense because I'm not following. Okay. How could resonance possibly incinerate anything? Noticing my confusion, Void continued. The doll's disappearance wasn't due to resonance. The patron had enough control to show me the memory of the encounter. The doll appeared suddenly and vanished, as if frightened by the reaction. This creature is something else, merely assuming the form of an ionic doll. Do you realize how strange this sounds? An uneasy silence settled. It was clear they expected me to answer at least one of their questions. Can we rule out the influence of disharmony? I need to go back. I need to I'm too much off. Mind begins to falter, overcome by visions, still and false of the mother. Call this one of disharmony. Humans that have a whisper, other names to okay. So it's the whisper, so it's really like the ghosting machine. With hallucinations this vivid, there would also be physical symptoms. Void glanced at Ista. The young patron's physical condition is within normal limits. It would have been better if he simply gone mad from the tower's wail, but this, damn it, I'll have to tell Hemming. I'll pass the information to the inspector. He'll look into it once he's finished at the SIGILLVM tower. Void nodded. Ista was tensely studying my neck. A human among the inspector's servants? Is this a personal preference or a mockery of the protectorship? Hemming's human too, young patron. Was a very long time ago. Void glanced at Ista and nodded toward the door. Get back to the car. Don't order me around. I need answers. How can I be sure something like this won't happen again? I need to find the cause, but I have no idea what to even look for. Maybe it really was resonance. Yeah, I have a lot of issues with sometimes getting the meanings with this kind of like science fiction scripts. And I would even tell you, like, Ghost in the Shell was the same thing for me, which is like the first time I saw the movie, I was like, I'm not getting it, you know. It was just like that. And then when I actually read the manga and saw the anime too, that's when I started really understanding the thing in itself, you know, and it became like one of my favorites. But like, I am the type of person that when it comes to science fiction, you're going to see it, I'm going to be in here like all the time, like what, because I am not good. I think it's because I'm not really good with imagining certain things like out of thin air. So sometimes science fiction for me kind of becomes like hard to, you know, really delve into it. Just like that. We'll begin the investigation once the inspector gives permission. For now, follow my recommendations. Shall I repeat them? No. Ista let out a resigned sigh and gave me a polite bow. I hope you can understand. I never meant to cause offense by pushing so hard, but if someone from the protectorship is threatening me, I have to know. I'm definitely going to regret this. Leave your contact information. If I learn anything, I'll let you know. He handed me a card, and I recognized an address in the city center. This seems like a matter better discussed in person. I'll be waiting to hear from you, lady. I won't take up any more of your time. Ista left the balcony. Void followed him with a tense gaze. So you're not leaving then? Got anything else to say? How observant. So it's not just your looks that made you the inspector's servant. Diplomacy is clearly not his forte. You've got a problem with my face? He smiled, ignoring the question. For a while I handled burials in the Capella. Sometimes the seeds of those who died in agony leave something behind. The young patron's case reminded me of that. Seeds. Okay. A unique crystal capable of holding the very soul of its bearer. For humans, it is the only way to receive the Harmonaut's aid in life and draw nearer to the core after death. For Devas, the seed is part of the rite of initiation. All bearers of seeds bear a scar upon their throat. Oh, that's why he thought. Yeah, because she has one. A star etched into the flesh. Okay. That's why. So, she has one star. Did you notice? In her neck. She has one star in her neck. And that's why he looked at her and he was like, you're a Deva. Because you see, like, they say in here that they have like a scar up on their throat. And Hemming has like 3 stars or something. He has a lot more. Yeah. So that's why he was like, oh, you are a Deva. And she was like, no. Then why does she has a star in there? I don't know. I don't know. I know little about such things. It's like a tattoo. Allow me to clarify. Do you have a seed? I see a scar, but it's obviously fake. I nervously rubbed my throat. Because imagine, like, she could have fake it for some reason. I don't know. The Diwal surname, a blocker, and a fake scar. The Harmonaut clearly has no idea what I am. Not all humans are cut out for such bodily alterations. Are you ill? You could say that. Void frowned, his pupils dilated as if he were trying to see the illness itself. Oh, so like being ill would do that? I don't know. A seed could free you from the shackles of the sick body. The Capella helps such people, no payment required. Under the Harmonaut's attentive gaze, I felt uncomfortable. Well, that's my business. I apologize for the personal questions. Regarding the seed, Voight's voice changed, faintly resembling a song. His explanations dragged on until I realized I could no longer grasp their meaning. The drawn-out, lulling speech clouded my mind. I blinked absently, trying to force my brain to focus. And what does that mean? What should I tell the inspector? Tell him I found a chimera. Really? We saw this one, right? Excuse me? Hemming didn't tell you? You mean the fairy tale monsters? Void turned to the night cityscape. A brief flash lit up the spire of the SIGILLVM tower. Are you saying Ista encountered a chimera and not a doll? Perhaps. Tell Hemming. See how he reacts. Okay. Why does it sound like he's trying to set me up? Maybe it's like a chimera inside of a doll? A crackle came from Void's earpiece. The Harmonaut froze, listening to the noise. I have to go if you need me here. He handed me a card with a string of numbers. You can contact me from any comlink. Okay. What an honor, my very own communication channel with the Harmonaut. He smirked, but quickly hid the smile. I hope you won't have any serious reasons to use it. Still, I'll be glad to meet again under better circumstances. We said goodbye the moment I was alone. Exhaustion washed over me. Chimeras, huh? Hemming will have a good laugh. After leaving a message, I expected a reply the next day, but that hope was clearly misplaced. He said that, chimera? Maybe say chimera. Oh my god, I do not know. Wait. I always need to check because I do not know exactly. And then you have like a way sometimes to say things in the British English, and then you have like another way to say it in the American. So it's always like a
chimera.
Yeah, you say chimera. No, this is the British one, chimera. Okay. Pronounces Oh no, it's the same. It's the same for both of them. Okay, chimera. Okay, sorry, I need to check because I'm never sure. He said, what a chimera. I'm going to forget anyway. Then I have to look for it again. It's always like that. Didn't expect a Capella servant to start telling monster stories. Is he in his right mind? Hemming didn't answer. I caught the hum of engines in the background. Inspector? I need more details, Asra. All this talk of chimeras and dolls sounds like a bad joke. I don't have time to deal with this right now. Just as I thought, taking the word of a young patron and a strange harmonaut was never a good idea. Nobody, no case. And frankly, I'm more concerned about Voight's reaction to you. Why? He's odd. Are all harmonauts like that? If you were a model Capella servant, we'll never have gotten along. And he's cunning. Knew you were human but still had doubts. Why is he so interested in me? He liked you? That's not funny. The moment he saw the photos, he latched onto me, begging for an introduction. What photos? Hemming didn't respond right away. A few seconds of silence sparked a panic in my head. I frantically tried to recall who, how, and when could have taken photos of me. Sometimes I forgot to turn off the cameras in the apartment. I think he must have gone through the recordings and saw it. God, you have like recording stuff in your yeah, okay. Saw me naked? No, I shut everything off on those days. Calm down. What days? There are days that she's naked and days that she's not naked. What is that? Because you wake up, you kind of like take your clothes off and walk naked to your bathroom, right? Take a shower. It's like, what? Just remember to turn off the cameras when you get back. I looked into the elevator mirror. The tired, pale face with dark circles under my eyes was hardly something a harmonaut would find appealing. Better make sure I don't end up naked in his apartment again. Hemming left, and I turned away from the mirror in irritation. It's not funny, Inspector. He sighed wearily. The channel cracked with engine screeches and the whistle of wind. The young patron, Ista Amalud. I've heard of him, a decent young man. Chose an interesting fate for himself. Amalud, this just keeps getting worse. One of the three protectorship dynasties. I shouldn't have even looked him in the eye. Did the young patron appreciate your manners? Sometimes I really should keep my mouth shut, maybe always. Eloquent silence, Asra. Plotting mischief? Easton mentioned he reached out to you with a personal request. Should I know the details? No. Oh, really? Fine. Choke on your secrets. Hemming laughed. It's not my secret, it's his. I don't go around sharing yours with just anyone either. So I'm just anyone to you? Thanks for the clarity. What a sharp tongue you have. Static screeched in my ear, and I turned down the volume. So I'm done for the day, right? Don't get your hopes up, sweetheart. There's more work. I need... Oh, seems the signal's breaking up. Asra. Static. I hurriedly turned off the comlink and put it in my back pocket. Awkward. I almost feel guilty. Let me just do another save. Just for the sake of saving. Serves him right for teasing me. I'll check every recording. The quartz help me if there's even one where I'm undressed. Hamin's apartment was filled with stale air and darkness. She went to his apartment. So I think this is the part where we find the doll. Only the glow of monitors in the city at night lit the cramped space. What's with the monitors? I squinted at the patchwork of error messages on the nearest screen and eyed the chewed wires. Wait, I squinted at the patchworks of error messages on the nearest screen and eyed the chewed wires. Okay, it was me. I probably didn't write the right way. Pampushka, your handiwork? A cheerful meow came from the dark. Naughty, aren't you? A snow-white cat peeked out of a box but hid again upon seeing me. Won't even say hi, huh, little rascal? Feeling for the switch on the wall, I tried to turn on the light. The lamp flickered a few times, then went out entirely. Just a moment.